8:42 a.m. 6/19/2017. Good morning again. I just lost my signal again too. I had come up here and decided that I should enlarge this photo, and it kind of like froze for a few seconds. So I'll show you what we started with. We bought this truck from a buddy of ours in the 12 and 12 group because we were down to nothing again. We had so many ups and downs, you would not believe it. Now why won't this work? I have no idea what I pissed it off somehow. Anyway, when we were, when this all started back in 95, I didn't have a computer. And, for me, it really didn't start till 97 with a computer. October 8th, I think. Here we go. That's John. This is what we started with. And before we had this, we had gotten a ride, or we had used his boss's truck first. Used his truck. Then our friend Bob Alt gave us a ride up there, which is kind of a good thing. Okay, I'm back, not wanting to load, so I will continue anyway. Me and some other people. One was a brother-in-law of a circuit court judge, and he had been through some hell because of some stuff going on with them, and the judge had his brother-in-law picked up when he was out at, like, I don't know where exactly. I know kind of where, but not exactly. Had him picked up while he was, like, on the front porch, while he was there with his dying mother. Okay. Pardon me. And put in federal prison at Springfield. You can freaking imagine. Okay. I guess they had been, I don't know their relationship. Maybe they couldn't stand each other, you know. That's my spouse looking at me like, you're a piece of cake. This was at my mother's house like a week after we got married. We decided, okay, well, let him have a party for us. So, he was putting these documents online and encouraged me to do the same, and some other people to do the same, and some other people to do the same. Well, instead of us getting notified and called and told or emailed and demanded to take those down or any court orders, apparently they employed the use of hackers. Well, I haven't been exactly teetotally all around the web, but I've seen some stuff, and the people that I have seen that have gone through some of the same stuff received emails you know, to put a name behind the power move. You take these down. Now. Okay, ours didn't do that. Ours just went and boldly got hackers. Well, the one guy, his wife was a teacher at Whiteman Air Force Base. And he was sending emails with all this info, not only to there, but to church, whichever church. He was trying to nail them from several directions. And we know who they are. But I don't know why we can't do something. Because they finally did get the social worker's son. They know she's not a picture perfect mother. She by far, at that point in time, would not have won Mother of the Year by any means. See, here's my little man right here. See? Dressed for church, man. Here he is again, sitting on his dad's stomach with his new toy. Bright eyes and smiling. Little curly head dude. Okay? We didn't have a lot of personal money, while others around us were by far richer than we were in that way. But we had this rich little family life going. Look at little Buddy there, with his little Sunday go-to-church bow tie on. And his little koala. Isn't he a sweetheart? Oh, I got my connection back. Maybe this will load. John with a clean-shaven face. And for a while he was going once a week downtown to get the haircuts and a shave. But then for a while too, when he was doing mowing for people before we had this truck, he was walking to these places, and one was a good mile, and he mowed an acre for $5 for this other disabled vet. You see? That's her old house. I was hoping that I could still gonna load, show you more of that, but oh, it's at 100% now. Okay, well, whatever. So they hacked all this stuff off. Okay. They employed an illegal means to get their little job done. As if, okay, sarah, sarah. No biggie. Because they didn't like exposed. They didn't like their work questioned. My dad found that out with me when right after I got the state files from Columbia, Missouri, the state defender's office on Buttonwood. Dad and I went to question one of them. And she got so furious. Well, first she denied having ever seen it. Well, that's odd. You're on the case. Why don't you see it? You know, did someone just accidentally not let you see it? Or what? Or you can't read? Because there was an article in the paper about her. But all she had was an 8th grade education at that point. And there she was, being allowed to take on the juvenile department as their director, because of her husband, the then prosecutor. So you see how this stuff goes. It really, really sucks. I just wanted you to see that here's the back end of our house, okay? This was the back porch. And this little area here I'm pointing out with the cursor, that's where you can see into the yard next door there to the west. And this is the garage. And I'd be sitting here in this front room. At the time it was a family room. The front room was closer to the front door. And just to the south of that room was the kitchen, with the kitchen door going out to the back porch. So if they had been working out here in the yard, like I'd mentioned before, painting lattice or whatever, pardon me, because we didn't air condition this monstrosity, I just holler out the window at them, hey, telephone, you know, or they hollering at me. We kept close. We just did. So that's that, okay? I didn't get much input on mine. But from his grew the Real Sedalia News, and you might be able to find some of that on the Wayback Machine that survived or got archived. But mine was total loss. They, like I said, they did not like it, and she got so furious. At that time, my dad and I were in the office there with our inquiry. Her hollering starter who came up from the back to see what the matter was. And I guess her hollering was kind of strange, and it put him on alert. He just more or less stood there and looked at us with his hands out, you know. I mean, why can't these people discuss their crap? I have to discuss mine. They want what? God only to judge them? That's not how it works. They're on this planet. They're public servants. And yes, I do view them as public servants. So why shouldn't their work be subject to critique? All right. And further from our inquiry at her office, the juvenile office, Dad and I drove up to the county Boonville's in. I think it's Saline. Or it might be Boone County. Yeah, Boone County. And inquired there. Of course, they didn't know anything. They came back saying no such files on him existed. And I did have a note, or he had a note. What did it say? I knew for a second that there was no such case. Well, if there's no such case, how can someone be in prison? If there's no prior, then how are they repeat offender? Buddy. This here's still my buddy. Born in 1947. I was born in 1961. He's going to be whether they like it or not.